Okay, so let's start, Tanvir. Yeah. So
Sure, sure.
thank you so much everyone for joining in. On behalf of Mahabodhi Consulting Group, I would like to welcome Tanvir, Mr. Tanvir Khan. He's a plant HR head for Roka India, Devas plant, and very nice human being. I'm in touch with him since quite few time, and he holds a very good knowledge on the HR field and had a very huge network. And he has also got very huge respect from the different societies and different universities where he is associated with. And it's our privilege to have Tanvir on this session. And Mahabodhi Consulting Group, we are 13 years into training and development, HR and OD consulting, and also into CSR activities. So, would like to welcome all of you on behalf of Mahabodhi Consulting Group. And now I am handing over the session to Tanvir. And Tanvir, thank you so much. Please go ahead.
First of all, thank you very much, Hiren sir, for this kind invitation to deliver this session on a very relevant topic. That is the what would be the role of HR in the post pandemic situation, and would an HR has to play a critical role uh, in the new normal. So basically, everybody is now using the concept, the terminology that is the new normal. So what is it? Actually, what is the definition? So basically, new normal, if you see that it is a previously unfamiliar or a typical situation that has become standard, usual, or expected. So what is expected, as we know that we are living in a such a pandemic situation here right now. So if you see that now whole the way of living the life, the way of doing the work, the business scenario, the way we used to shop previously. Now everything is being changed, right? If we, I will go in between. I will categorize into three parameters what HR has done, how it has reacted, right, and how it has been rendering its services to the organizations, and what is the role expected by the HR. So before moving ahead, I have one share and one line that is मौत के डर से ही सही जिंदगी को फुर्सत तो मिली सड़कों को राहत और घरों को रौनक तो मिली. So this is something which I have written today morning, and one of famous line by Lord Buddha. He says that do not rush through your life, pause and enjoy it. So this, I think this sentence is, does its relevance uh, uh, a very high, high and energetic line, which is being given by Lord Buddha, his statement. So it is just put it into this situation kind of thing. So without wasting uh, much more time, I would rather, just sharing a picture. Okay. So, and okay, I think it is being disabled. No issue. So basically the COVID-19 impacted every aspect of our personal and professional, as I said, and it will, it will resist this life until the people movement becomes fear, and we are going to struggle with the service and project execution. This is for sure. Social distancing norms become conspicuous in the factories, and that is going to have an influence over the capacity and attendance. It has evolved so many, ways. I mean, the pavements, it has evolved, like the presence and the evolvement of the telemedicine, the online education system. It has affected, it has much emphasized the kind of webinars, customized sessions through online systems, and other digital platforms evolved, where the IT integration has been the most critical one. So if you look at the HR role, uh, from the past 30 years, we have seen HR function changing its perspective from the role of welfare, disciplinaries, as a business partners, as a multi-stakeholder influence. Now, I do believe that it is a time for HR professionals to reassert their leadership, to build new ways of working, to create the sustainability for their organizations, and of course, for topmost, for their people. Now, what exactly coming? I mean, what are those issues which are coming to the HR mind? Number one, the health of employees, transition to the remote one, engagement of the working people who are sitting in the remote places, how to protect the employee jobs. This is for most critical. Even I feel very disappointed when I see many people who are losing their jobs. Of course, it is a you say it is a compulsory part on the organizations who are I mean for their survival in the market. Amazon, for example, Amazon has laid off so many people. So the mid caps, the small size companies, they are laying off, and this is somehow, if you see as on my personal view, it is of course somehow it is an inhumanitarian practice. But what can the organization do? Of course, the government are releasing so many policies which are the business friendly, which are helping and assisting the MSMEs. So it is a part of revisit our actions, to reassert our actions. Now the another issue which the HR is facing, that how to communicate frequently and very clearly, deal with uncertainty, totally volatile, uncertain, ambiguous condition, VUCA word. And I do believe that first it was in the 19 somehow in 1987 I think this VUCA term was used in the media, social media, and now it is much more relevant. If you see the VUCA world, it is clearly transparent how the business is volatile. It is totally uncertain. Nobody can expect, nobody can expect what would be happen after 6 months of tenure. There is a question mark of their survivability. Now, the HR also thinks how to deal with the uncertainty, how to foster the connections, how to strengthen those connections, how to remove the isolation feeling among their employees who are sitting and in their at their remote places, working at their homes. Now, another challenge is how to reduce the cost, of course. And to me, and very nearer to my heart these days, is your agility. And what is it? Agility is nothing. It is about the thinking and acting the quickly, abrupt manner. You think and decide, you implement. Real-time data collection is quite crucial, right? So this is somehow, I mean, HR is struggling for. If you see, I would rather categorize into three categories how HR has valued. I mean, how HR has contributed a lot in this pandemic situation kind of thing. And it is everybody is in the industry, whether it is a manufacturing factories or the IT sector, everybody is observing HR on the very first stage, and how HR reacts, how it responds, and how the return of the whole situation will be. So if you believe, to me, three activities or three services which HR has done during this situation. The reaction time when 23rd of March, when our whole nation was in lockdown period, how the HR of various industries, they reacted. They allowed, they communicated first, they allowed to work from home. It is not an easy task. It is a very challenging task. How to get those real-time data collection. how to deal with the government and the licensing bodies. Since I'm here, I'm sitting in my office, but I am coming from 23rd of March. 23rd of March, I was there. After a few days, I got permission from the district authorities, and I just, because it is my for compulsion that they have to deal with the government bodies. So I was in contact with all those district authorities, state authorities, and what my company was able to contribute in this social upliftment in this pandemic situation, how to support the government also, how to implement the government norms and their policies again. So many policies, releases, press release by the district authorities, so many from the Ministry of Home Affairs, state authorities, MPIDC, state level, everywhere. So one good thing that happened to me, that I was coming safe. I am safe. I am happy. I'm maintaining all those, adhering all those what the guidelines as released by the Ministry of Home Affairs. And the good thing is that I came across to meet so many variety of people these days, top district authorities, state authorities. So this is the one part. So here, how we reacted. So this is the first part, that how we communicated during the pandemic situation. Even, for example, our managing director, he speak to each and everybody across group in India. 500 people across the sales, finance, HR, marketing, everybody. Through he was speaking to the vendors also through WebEx live sessions, right? This is the way we reacted, we responded, and every industry might have responded, right? How we reacted, the respond part, how we responded. So we gathered, HR gathered all those informations, relevant informations. It became agile, it became into the agility mode, and implemented all those things what have been released, what have been widely messages circulating by the authorities or whatever. Now the challenging part, the third part which I am coming, that is the return part. So first I share reaction part, react part. Second one was the response part. Third is the return part. What? So what does it mean? Third part, return. Return. Now the government is allowing. Of course, it is depending state to state. Like in Madhya Pradesh, it is minimum 50%, 25%, 50%. Gradually, all those staffs employees will be coming, and the portion will be gradually moving ahead. In IT industry also, we have to maintain all those guidelines as issued by the Ministry of Home Affairs, and they can issue, because the economic just to avoid economic depression. Economic stability is one of the major chunk what government and everybody is thinking of. So employees are coming, no issues. The production has started gradually. Okay, we have also started. We will start the production from first, and everything dispatch area, dispatch, everything from depot to the market to domestic. Even we are starting the export to other countries also, right? So this has been started. So minimum percentage we started. Now the fear of return. Return is good, but fear of return on the employees are very high. This is the challenge that we have to, HR has to redesign again and again. Employees will be not comfortable if I ask somebody, you start coming, he or she might, fear, some kind of fear in his mind, to his family also. The fear of return of employees are very high. So how to deal with this? HR has to ensure the general health survey, okay? General health survey. It has to ensure the COVID-19 testing, because almost all the factories in India, because it is a legally, statutory required that OSC, occupational health center, is there everywhere. In IT industry, that doctor connections are there, doctor are sitting there, physicians are are on their or on their empanelment. So this is what the COVID-19 testing has to be done across the employees, and where HR has to ensure that how to how to manage those testings. If somebody found that okay, everything is being done, now the temperature is high. If you record the temperature of the employee, it is very high. He has some symptoms, then what to do? HR has to be alert. Oh my God. PPEs, personal protective equipments, sanitizer measures, proper ensure. Physical distancing, another, marking. I was, for the past 2-3 days, I was in the plant, I was sleeping in the plant only. I was in the plant, and just to give them a lead by example. And yesterday, my boss CHRO from Chennai, he actually yesterday I was with a meeting with the deputy managing director also. So he is from the Spain generally, Mr. Franzek, and my CHRO, they were speaking together, and they scolded me. No, you take rest for 2 days. You are not coming to office. So they are worrying about my health. I am okay, boss, but today I have one lecture, so I'm going to office. So better connection is there, internet connection is there, so I'm going to office, and I'll be back. So another 2 or 3 days I'll be taking rest. So this is how, so social distancing marks, how to manage your entry exit point, how to ensure that your occupational health center is ready to face any of the kind of situation, what way you are communicating to your employees each time, how to use those PPEs, how to save yourself, how to save your family each and every time. What is your safeguards? What are those SOPs, standard operating procedures, for the working area, department wise? So we did all the things, and I hope every industry is doing all the things, making SOPs, preparing those checklists. It is done, it is not done. We have to ensure all those things. Proper shift scheduling. Between the shifts, there should be at least 1 hour gap, or the gap you decide, the management decide. And under those gap, how to sanitize, how to disinfect those areas for so that the next shift may start their work. Very critical. HR is going to play a very vital role, and everybody is observing at HR. If we fail, then I assure you nobody can prevent the factory or the industry. It is for sure. It is on record I'm speaking. So we have to again start. We have to ensure the protocols on the meeting and the work style. We have to schedule the canteen breaks. We have to schedule the bathroom breaks. If possible, in IT industry, factory, okay, it's okay. Here you see, I'm sitting in my conference room, so nobody is allowed to enter this room. In IT industry, where 20, 25, 30, 100, 200 people are sitting on a single floor, they have to think about their redesigning the office space, rearranging the desks. So this is what very critical role. The challenging role, and of course, all the things will be same. Talent management. We have to ensure about the talent management. Focus on the retention part. Everybody now these days, the mental health being is very critical. Employees sitting at their homes, attending daily meetings on their WebEx, Zoom, whatever, and I believe they are clearly fed up with these kind of meetings, because they are not about to their personality has changed so many sitting at their homes. It is quite impossible. It becomes impossible. They're attending it, of course, but the kind of effectiveness, I assure you, it is not being done. Right? This is what the role of HR in terms of integrating the IT. Here, the technology advancement and its integration with the HR is quite critical. Of course, HR systems for the past, at least 1.5 decade, you see, the HR has, continuously changing itself, continuously changing its face value, integrating so many technologies, performance management system, online systems, online lead systems. Now, HR again, it has to think that if the person, if their employee are sitting at home and attending the meeting from there, they are working from home. Now it has to think about the telemedicine. Telemedicine, a new concept. Automation drive, it has to be ensured for sure, because I do believe, and which I have, I come across through government notices or some uh, to my HR fraternity when I speak to the senior guys, senior HR fraternity. So and the business leaders, they are not sure, because nobody is sure that what would happen after 6 months. Of course, we gradually started. Economic wheel has been started, but not at the pace which is required. It will take time. And now HR has to think how to manage with the minimum population, with the minimum approved population, working population, I mean, because it is not sure that 100% people you are coming, you are calling to the workplace. No, it can't be done. So we have to ensure that how to manage with the minimum population. I do believe that if somebody calling the, say for example 25% minimum population or 50%, then we have to ensure that all those guys are of the young age. Of course, if you look at the demography, we have to ensure that the 40 approx 30 to 40 age people, they might come, and above 50 they have to sit at their home and start the work from there. So HR has to stay agile, and while continuing to revise our action plan, evaluating our digital transformation and its strategies, that has to be resilient to the changes. This is we have to ensure. In most industries and the positions, there is relatively little that can be done remotely. Of course, I'm pointing out to the factory kind of thing, the manufacturing industry. So working from, I cannot say, being a HR head, I cannot ask the production guy, you just sit at the home and you start manufacturing from there. No, how it is possible? It can be possible, and it is an inevitable part for the IT industry. It can be done, but for the IT industry. So the manufacturing sector, so it is relatively little that can be done remotely, right? So routine team, client meetings, conference calls, that can be done or not. But we have to ensure that how we have to manage with the minimum population, working population coming to the factories. And so this is, and Corona. So, oh God, this name, so it is so suspicious that you know it has bent down the whole world, whole globe is shut it down, totally shrinked. So many lives, so many people, struggling for their for proper food, water, even the small portion I have seen when I'm moving from Indore to Devas. So it is approx 40 kilometers. Quite disgusting, but government is supporting. Now few days I'm not observing any people wandering by foot. Buses are seen. So government have been doing a lot of things to those to support those people. So Corona has transformed the HR role, or you can say the new transformation, the new HR transition. It is being driven by the Corona. So we as the teams in the organizations ladder out instantly to support the business and the employees. If you speak we have to summarize what HR did. That we could probably say that they realigned from representing different functions in HR. All professionals realigned to play common role in HR. Everybody is thinking of what to do. Even HR is to what to do next, what to do next. The whole management function, finance, IT, HR, production, sales, after sales, everybody. Second role, they collaborated. So during this pandemic situation, the lines that existed between the business teams and HR teams blurred. Lines that existed between the geography teams blurred, and the collaboration was a natural process, of course, that was flowing in the HR function. Ladder up or the scaled up. HR professionals scaled up in an instantaneously leading the crisis situation, making quick decisions and taking things to closer these times. So crisis management, this is the another challenge. This is the another role we have to play, and we have to be playing. Stay connected with your employees. Stay connected. Please stay connected. Don't let your employees in ambiguous state. We have to think, and HR again, it has to go for a back to basics. Back to basics means revise. This is the only thing. Daily basis might be. It will depending upon the crisis, how the situation is. Well-being of your employees at the core. Cutting off the ambiguity. Any ambiguity should not prevail. Learning opportunities to provide, how to provide the learning opportunities. So, and again, we have to customize all, all your action points that has to be, required. So there are some tips which I thought that I must also share with you. So there are some tips. Those for the remote people. I mean, for those guys, employees who are working while sitting at their home. So for me, focus on your being. Of course, your company, your organization is taking care of your health, but it is the first one who has to ensure how to lay the focus on your personal well-being. Make time to exercise, set an alarm for frequent breaks, eat proper, eat healthy. Instead of set up your physical and virtual workspace also. I must say that I'm having a little kid 4 years old, and can you think about that? I can manage the work from home. No, if I am sitting in one room starting the my work on, and chatting on the videos with my team, with the top management, a child came and he disturbed the whole system. He pushed the laptop. So we have to ensure that there should be a proper small, might be small space at the corner of your room. Set up your physical and virtual workplace. Record your meetings, because the situation was quite different when you were in your factory, in your industry, in your workspace. Now the situation is totally changed. You please record, note your meetings on paper or whatever mode. Record the meeting, video record, so that you can recall, you can revise if required, and be inclusive in conducting the remote meetings. How to do this? Simply, you ask for the feedback, encourage the chatting, and answer the questions properly. This is quite things which everybody has to keep in mind. And of course, this is the one thing that HR, if you see that current business landscape and wondering what you can do to adjust, So many of the industries, I mean, they are thinking of, I mean, voluntarily or simply hoping to keep your employees healthy as possible, or to shut down their. I mean, the small scale industries, they are shutting their, uh, factories. Thousands of the business owners and the corporations are also weighing their options or searching for a good place to start the change. And now, one of the most important and effective things we can do right now is to fully and continually embrace the remote working solutions, IT enabled solutions. For those who can manage work from home, like I was going through many companies like uh, TCS and Infosys, they're all, they can do their task from their home. IT integration can be there. But in manufacturing industry, not 100%, not 100%. Might be 20 to 30% can do them, but of course 70% of the population, they have to come to the factory. So here I was just coming across a one term, that is the hybrid model. So somebody has given this name, hybrid model. So organizations can also consider a hybrid model where a portion of the workforce will permanently work from home in the coming years to come. So this is what we have to, in most industries and positions, there is relatively little that can be done remotely. So this includes routine team, client meetings, conference, right? And if we are not able or willing to move to virtual options entirely, we can greatly reduce the risk of contacting the virus. Of course, we can reduce the risk of the coronavirus, COVID-19 virus in our workplace. But it will again depending about the situation. From organization to organization, it will depend. So this is what from my side. If anybody, these all varied experiences. So if you see now, let me share my personal experience also. Uh, how we have started the factory. So might be many of the guys will be interesting to listen. So how we have started, we keep in intact with the all those government notifications, always, every minute, every hour. We have to be alert, we have to be very agile. We plan the whole shifting, how the production will be starting, and before production, how to manage it. So we started, because my whole space, 20 acres of land, is occupied by the manufactured already produced material, who is which is ready to move in the market. So we planned the way we how to dispatch it. We keep in contact with the government, and ask for seek some grant for the permission. They did it. So our dispatch started. We ensured that all those vehicles, all those vehicles which are coming inside, it is sanitized itself at the entrance gate. Driver has to be sanitized. Mask is to be properly weared by the driver. And again, when the loading does complete, loading of the material tagged and and loaded onto the vehicle, again sanitized, and again back uh, exiting from the gate. Similarly, in the case how to manage the people in the canteen, this is a very bigger challenge. What we did it, that 6 feet, the government is suggesting that 6 feet, but we kept it 3 feet. Actually, the government has suggested. So we kept 6 feet distance between two seats. One seat disassembled, so automatically. So we again, the next thing what we did, again, no employee should be allowed to touch the tap for the liquid soap, or tap for the water release. No, all not mechanically. It is totally sensor based. We did it. 2 days time, I changed those sensor based, techniques, food, tidal, liquid soaps. So we have to ensure that all the employees should avoid any touch points, any touch point. All the temperature recorded for each and everybody. Temperature recorded, written on the a certain form. Hand sanitized, sensor based wash basins at the gate, entry, exit, and at different locations. Social distancing markings, keeping 3 feet, 4 feet, distancing to maintain the social distancing to avoid any physical contact. And now again, just waiting because we are gradually going to start the production. So, and of course, I do believe that the market will be open very shortly. Lot of demand will arise again. Everybody will be having, smiling face. Everybody will share. But my only concern to those who are losing their jobs, what is in my capacity, I can help them out. I don't know uh, how much how much assistance I can provide to those guys. I'm keeping in because I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm seeing a lot of cases and a lot of CVs in my email, and lot of on messages on WhatsApp, messages, calls. So totally, I mean, quite critical these days, because but on the other hand, this is the one part. The second part is how the industry will sustain. So it is a compulsion part, how to maintain their, maintain their survival in the market. Talent management, of course, just revising my points. Talent management is one of the biggest challenge. So we have to ensure that how to manage your talents. I mean, if somebody, because these days, if some critical person will leave your organization, you are going to struggle very hard. These days, just searching some good guy is totally
So,
impossible.
Tanu,
Very,
sorry to
very difficult.
interrupt you, but one question is there. Like now we are looking at talent management, and the employees are the asset of any of the organization, right? So one thing what I can understand that if you are, because last 3 months and now maybe we are looking at the next 6 months. As
Yes.
a training provider to many organization, and we are also into CSR activities. So many of the
Yes.
organization, they are they are shifting their funds related to CSR, and they are utilizing in some other areas, and they are also cutting cost on the training and development. So that is one
Yes.
thing where you want to retain the talent, then simultaneously you have to skill the trainer also, right? So
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
know how
Yes.
companies are going to handle this situation, because many of the my organizations which we are associated with, they are saying in this year 2020 we have very less budget compared to other years, so maybe we are not going to do this kind of extensive activity of skill building what we are doing in a couple of years.
But sir, sorry for interruption, sir. I do 100% agree with you, sir. But I do believe that skill-based training, skill-based skill-based certifications, that is the need of the hour. And and it is not like that. I mean, the online sessions, online assessments, it will not help. It will help. It will help, and the organizations will see. You will sure see after a month period of time, when the factories or the industries or the economic will be on 60 to 70% at pace. You will see the again, so the training is skill based training is on the top of the agenda of the HR these days, right, sir? So
Right,
this is what. And of course the cost cutting, I have also I've told you that the cost cutting, everybody is seeing. uh, uh, I cannot much about this, because how do we have to think, we have to rethink, revisit our budget agenda. Yesterday, today morning also, I went through I was asked to do those things. So I know, I better understand, but I am sure within a month time, it will not take too much time. When the industry will reopen 100%, 100% it is reopen all the states. many of the states they have reopened the industries. The only thing that it is a shortage of time. I mean, 1 month's period time, you will see everything will be on normal state.
So one more question, Tanvi, that do you think that now, so many of the companies, because in last 1 week, I have talked about 2 or 3 people who are the L&D heads or who are the HR heads of, big companies, and they have
Yeah.
sufficient funds also. But now because of the
Hmm.
precaution and COVID and everything, now they are moving to online trainings. So yesterday only I have I had a discussion with one of the L&D head of one MNC IT company, and now they
Yeah.
are doing all trainings online for next 6 months. No training will be done on a classroom training, you know. So so
Yeah.
this thing, it's an opportunity on this platform. Definitely I would like to tell my trainer friends that please utilize this thing, because sitting at home now you can reach to any corner of the world.
Yes, 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 yes. And see, sir, I do believe that the online sessions or the online training delivery will be done for the next few months. It is for sure. No classroom contact classes. See, 2 days back we have launched our SDP program. SDP is what? Is the supervisor development program. So it is a very enriched program that me and the corporate R&D guy, so we sat to, I mean, we sat, we contacted, we interacted on Zoom or WebEx, and on Microsoft Team applications, and we gathered all those informations. We prepared, we worked intensively, and planned the whole training module. And this training module will be lasting till September. So it is generally for this is what May, June, July, 6 months program we have developed, and the program is started. Program is again started. So I was just asking that guy, we, both of us, we have sat together and got approved by the Roca Spain, because we have the Roca Corporate University. Roca Corporate University in Spain. So what is it? RCU, Roca Corporate University, is the apex training department of the Roca as a whole, global, right? So it is being approved there. So uh, I do believe that online training sessions will prevail for the next few months. So better, and you are, of course, Mabodi is doing fantastic job. Even I am totally certified by certified cost trainer by you. So this is what we can do. Of course, uh, uh, no physical classrooms, I think, will be done for the next few months.
Right. Thank you, Tanvir, for this answer. So anything, Tanvir? Yeah, we can open the class for the. If anyone has
Sure,
any question,
sure,
they can ask the
sure.
question there.
We can start, sir.
Yeah. So now we are open for the question and answer Q&A session. So if anyone has any question, we are open for the question. You can please unmute yourself. I will allow you. That now you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Okay. So now, if you have any question, please unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Okay. Either you can write the question in the chat box also. Okay. No question. Mr. Sivatsan, Krishnan, Mr. Anil Kumar, Ravish, Govind Katheria, Mr. Mahesh K. If you have any question, you can either raise your hand, either you can write it in the chat box. question, Mr. Anil Kumar Durve?
No, sir.
No
No, sir.
question?
No.
Okay, thank you so much. Anyone else, any question? So maybe Tanvir, please unmute yourself and we can. Yes. So if you want to conclude the session, then
Of course, see, this is quite interesting, and I do believe that HR has again it must have to revisit again, because this is the very agile transformation era, and everything it is to be every step is to be keep in while, and HR has a very bigger role these times in this pandemic situation. And of course, we don't think, and HR always has to be agile, because why we are afraid of COVID-19? Might be another COVID 2021. Don't know. Some country might release some, again some viruses in future also. So why to be panic? We should avoid any pandemic, kind of, state. The mental, we should be positive, and we are observing that industries, while the economic will start, everything will be fine and super. But please take care of yourself, take care of your families. This is quite inevitable, and uh, so might be, I think some people are coming, late. Swapnil is there. Swapnil is Swapnil. Me and Swapnil were working together in Hindustan Zinc Vedanta Group, and now he is serving in Indian Railway. Swapnil. So he's in HR in rights. Might be people are joining from Facebook to you. That's better. If any questions, then we can go ahead.
yes, Swapnil. Any question? I have unmute you. So mute.
Hi, Tanvir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, sorry, I was late. I was in another call actually.
I I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I missed your session, but it was nice seeing you after a long time. And yes, of course, this is a challenging time wherein most of the organizations, they are downsizing, and you must have heard about most of the big organizations wherein the first target is the contractual manpower.
Yes.
And that's how they get into this manpower optimization and then cost reduction.
Yes.
So even in public sector, we are facing this challenge, and we have started downsizing. And today we had a detailed meeting on this major issue: how we can reduce cost and how we can sustain in the coming years.
Yes. Yes.
Because since we are into a consulting organization, most of the activities are stopped because of this COVID-19.
Yes. Yes.
And since we are not into manufacturing of any product, so our services are also even affected. And since we are, of course, HR as a function, we are not directly into helping the organization to means in that case. So we are just so far we are just a cost center as far as
Yes.
most of things are concerned. But of course, we are adding value to the existing system. Yes, we should. This is the right time wherein we should show to the management that we add value. And I think we have taken so many employee engagement initiatives, and even webinars are going on daily basis, wherein we try to engage people through this online sessions, at least so that they should feel motivated, and they should not feel that they are left alone.
Exactly. Exactly. This is good, Swapnil. And I do believe that even I was speaking to one of the senior HR guy in our industry. he was of the opinion I was just speaking that how to keep our employees engaged during this pandemic situation, and he just replied in a very haphazard manner that, do you think that the engagement activities are quite necessary these days? Like, then how people will be engaged if no? So he was of the opinion that you just avoid the employee engagement programs. It is not possible these days. Of course, some gamification programs. Gamification is a new terminology that some instant session delivery or the instant engagement activities that can be done on channel on some sites, right? So it is one of the part, but you cannot engage employees who are sitting at home, who are working from home. So what we have to do, that we have to ensure that the people should be mentally prepared for the next phase, and the people should be ready to accept that they should be fit and healthy physically as well as mentally. So how to create those positive aura, we have to ensure. Being HR, this is our major responsibility. And about this, yeah, I have listened Swapnil, I have also discussed with this, because this is a time that just to maintain the business, just to challenge the business, to remain in the market. Of course, but we can say it is required. And then industries will not be sustaining. So
Right.
this is what I think this is what the industry will be moving on. Right.
So you are right, Tanvir. Actually, day before yesterday, we have got a call from one of the uh, maybe one of the company based in Gurgaon, and they have a workforce around 500 people, and now they're working from the home. And 1.5 months they're working from the home. Now the people who are engaged in this, they're into logistics actually, and the back end part of the logistics, they have a team. And now the employees are so much frustrated and kind of under stress. Now the company has approached us to do the session on stress management, yoga and meditation online.
Hmm.
So now people are we have never thought, because we have done certain kind of programs, and it's an outbound program, either it's an classroom training. Now on
Exactly.
this part, on this subjects also, now companies are coming and approaching us that we want to do this kind of training program, and now they are more focused on the behavioral part. So now they want to teach their employees NLP, self hypnosis, some
Yes.
healing techniques. So this kind
Yes.
of inquiries are coming from the corporates, big corporates. That is a strange thing for us, because initially they were more looking after the team building, communication part and all this kind of trainings, and now they are approaching us for this different. Now this is the time where the COVID and everything, it has changed it has changed the the selection of the topics. Now what they have to train their employees on, because they
Yes.
have now all the skills. Now they have to keep peace of mind. Now they want the peace of mind of their employees to perform better at working from the home. So this is the eye opening situation where we are communicating with different HR guys and different L&D head of the different companies. So it is completely new area for us also. And obviously we are doing all the stress management, yoga, NLP training and all the things for quite a long time. But now companies are coming and approaching. Initially, we were approaching companies that this is a need of our. Now they are approaching us, to do this kind of training. So this is one thing which really, is thing changed in the HR perception of the training part, skill development of employee.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Mahesh has written,
Yeah,
to chop a forest in 10 days, we ought to sharpen the axe for 9 days.
9 days.
And maybe these are the 9 days. Yoga and healthy routine is the call. Is very true. Is the call. Maybe time for the life skills will be required to be harmonized now.
Right,
This truly said, Mahesh.
right.
This how applicable these days.
Excellent. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I thank you so much, Tanvir, for your valuable time, and you have discussed the insight from your own experience as you are handling the entire plant and the activity of entire plant. You have already started the plant, and the plant is now running. It is capacity. So it was really having you great pleasure to hear in this session, and in future also we are, this is our 6th session in Mahabodhi Learn and Grow series, and we are continuing this session with some of the VPs of the company. Some of the L&D head of the companies are coming in future for this kind of different sessions. So I would like to everyone, to please join our future sessions also. And all the Swapnil, Krishna, Mr. Mahesh, Anil Kumar, Ravish Mishra, we have our group, Mahabodhi Learn and Grow group on Facebook also, on WhatsApp also. Do join this group, and we are doing so many activities on this, and the completely free sessions for even for your employees also. We are ready to do 1.5 hour, 1 hour session, and we will, help the people, help your employees also to get in a proper physical and mental health in this COVID time, right? So I would like to
Video,
give.
would also request you to share the video on the group, because recording is on live on
Right.
Facebook, I think.
Yes, it is live on Facebook. Even I am recording this session. This will be on our YouTube channel, and we will share that link also on our Facebook pages. Right.
Sure.
Okay. Right. So thank you so much. The details are there on chat box for Mahabodhi Consulting Group. Contact number and our page is there. If anyone wants to reach us, we are giving our mobile, our mail ID also. It is info@askmahabodhi.com. Right, so anytime you can contact us, and thank you all of you for joining in, taking your time, and thank you so much. See you on the next session of Mahabodhi Learning Group. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Tanvir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sir. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.